Hello boys and girls, welcome to my preview of Arsenal against Newcastle on Monday night. So the Premier League is back finally after a huge break. This feels a lot longer than normal with the international break, but I suppose it was because we didn't have a game before the international break because we weren't in the FA Cup anymore. Now for myself, it hasn't been that bad because of course I was out in Dubai last week and I actually got to see the team play again. So my withdrawals are not as bad as some of you lot. Now, of course, the game is Monday and we do have to sit and wait and watch everybody else first. But if results go the way that some of us are thinking, we could be going into this game against Newcastle knowing that a win will take us into the top 3 and above Spurs. Now, of course, Spurs, they are playing away against Liverpool. And with Liverpool chasing the title, you've kind of got to look at that and say that Liverpool will win that game. With that said, if we beat Newcastle, we then go third. Now, Manchester United, they're playing at home to Watford, and you've got to presume that they will win that game, which means they can go above us. So there's that added pressure as well, knowing that if we lose the game, we will drop out of the top 4 places, especially if Spurs go and pick something up at Anfield as well. It's a huge game, huge incentive. Now, Newcastle, you look at them, they're 13th in the table. They've only won 9 games all season, but that does not mean it's going to be an easy game. Our home record against Newcastle is really, really good. But again, that does not mean we're going to just walk all over them and win the game. Rafa Benitez is going to set them up defensively and they will be tough to break down. I feel that what we need in this game is an early goal. If we get that, it could open things up and then the floodgates could open. But if it's one of these games where it gets a little bit nervy and things are not going right and the crowd starts getting a little bit nervous, then it starts to, you know, go on to the players and everything else, then things could become a little difficult. Also, if Newcastle take the lead in this game, it's one of those where we need to just be patient. We need to not get a little bit nervous and reckless. You look at Newcastle, they got some dangerous players, and you think about players like Rondon, for example, and you might sit there and think, he's not that great. He isn't going to cause us problems. But listen, on his day, he could cause anyone problems. And if we underestimate him, he could be one of those that does cause problems and he could score goals against us. Now, like I said, let's just go out there and play our football. Let's go out there and do what we do best. Our home record is phenomenal. We've got the second best Premier League home record along with Liverpool. Only Manchester City have a better home record. The only team that's ever been to the Emirates this season and beaten us in the Premier League is Manchester City. And only Liverpool and Wolves have taken points from us. Every other game we've won. And given the fact that we've got 8 games left and 3 of those are at home, we need to get the 3 points at home. That's our fortress and this is where we need to start. 3 points in this game gives us 2 more home games left and we need to get 9 out of 9. So it's going to be a tough game, but I do think we will win this and I think we will have enough. In terms of the team selection, it's going to be very, very interesting for Unai Emery because we've got a lot of players available. Apart from the long-term injuries which we know about, and of course the suspension of Lucas Torreira for his red card against Spurs, we have a full side available. Aaron Ramsey's back from injury, so is Nacho Monreal. So it's very rare going in towards the end of March, start of April, that Arsenal have a full strength side available and it's going to be a tough one. We don't play it again until next weekend, so I feel that Unai Emery will go really strong and then that's when things start to, you know, get a bit heated up and that's where we may have to juggle things because we play Everton, Napoli, Watford away and then Napoli away. So those 4 games in the space of just over a week could define our season. And that's where I feel we might have to utilise the squad and start rotating accordingly. But with that said, let's go and get into the predicted lineup for this game. Starting off in goal, Leno. Very, very straightforward decision. Leno is our Premier League goalkeeper, and that is not going to change. So very straightforward decision. That's Leno in goal. Going to move into the defence, and I think we're going to go with a flat four, starting off on the right-hand side, Ainsley, Maitland-Niles. And yeah, again, this is a straightforward decision. His performances against Manchester United, against Rennes last time out were very, very good. And I don't think that this one's going to change. So Ainsley, Maitland-Niles. Going into the central defensive area, first of all, I'm going to go with Sokratis. And there was a little scare in midweek for Greece saying that, you know, he was injured and whatnot. But he's fine, no problems at all. And he will be going in there. Alongside him, we're going to have Koscielny, captain of the side. And his performances over recent weeks have been absolutely brilliant. And I've got no problem with this. As long as Mustafi's not starting, then I'm not going to have heart attacks all game. So Koscielny is what I'm going to go with. In the left back role, and it's obviously going to be some decisions to be made, but I'm going to go with Monreal. You think about what Unai Emery has said recently, that Kolasinac has been superb going forward, but Nacho offers more defensively. I feel with a flat four, that's what he's going to go with. So there. So yeah, that is what I'm going to go with, and that is Monreal. In the midfield, first one in there, I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka. I know he had to come off in the Switzerland game with about 10 minutes ago and he was playing through a little bit of pain, but I haven't heard that he will miss this game. So I can't see that one changing, to be quite honest with you. So that's what I'm going to go with. Alongside, I'm going to go with Aaron Ramsey and a little bit deeper, but I hope this works. Like I said, Lucas Torreira's not playing, so this is what I'm actually going to go with, to be honest with you. There was a choice of putting Guendouzi in there as well. But I'm going to go with Aaron Ramsey because I want a little bit more options going forward. And you'll see why in a moment. On the three that attack in front of those two, on the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Mkhitaryan. Scored in midweek for Armenia with international duty. And he's been playing absolutely brilliant over the last few weeks. He's been exceptional, to be quite honest with you. And I feel that he should be starting this game and he can cause some problems. So I've got no doubt about it. And I'm going to go with Mkhitaryan. In the middle of that three, I'm going to go with Ozil. And I feel that he's forcing himself back into recognition now. The fact that we're playing at home, it's one of those games where we might have to be patient and open the defence up. And I feel that he's the perfect foil for that. And that's what I'm going to go with, Ozil. On the left of that three, I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. His pace could be key. And it's quite a strange one because you could have had Kolasinac there, you can have Iwobi there, but they're great ammunition to bring off the bench. But for the starting game, I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Up front, as the main striker, I'm going to go with Alexandre Lacazette. Do I need to say any more about this guy? Absolutely love him. His work rate, everything about him is just absolutely spot on. He's one of the first names on the team sheet, in my opinion. And I feel that he can score some goals and he can cause Newcastle all kinds of problems. So I have absolutely no problems with this whatsoever. Alexandre Lacazette up front as the main striker. So there we go. That is the preview. That is the predicted lineup. Like I said, it's going to be a very, very tough game. Newcastle will set up defensively. I feel we need an early goal. I feel we need to play on the front foot. I feel we need to attack. The reason why I'm playing Aaron Ramsey next to Granit Xhaka is because I don't feel that we need two defensive-minded midfielders in a home game against Newcastle. With all due respect to them, I feel we need to go for the throat. We need to attack. And we should be able to pick up the 3 points. And, you know, like I said, the incentive could be a place in the top 3 above Spurs by the start of this game. Or the incentive could be that we need to just get back into the top 4 because we're now out of it. So massive game, massive 3 points up for grabs. I hope that Unai picks the right side. I hope the players are fully refreshed, recharged and ready for this game. I know I'm ready. I cannot wait to get to the Emirates on Monday. And yes, over to the players now. So as usual, if you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on the video. There will be a player ratings video after the game. Also tomorrow, actually, I'm going to be releasing another one of my videos in a series of players that we could potentially be signing this summer. Of course, I stopped while I was out in Dubai. So I'm going to start that one again. There's a few interesting ones, some new players that we're being linked with. So I'm going to go through those. And yeah, until the Newcastle game now, man. Come on. It's up to you lot now, boys. Let's keep the momentum going. 8 games to go. Massive, massive games, starting with this one. I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.